What's up, y'all? Welcome into the DerrionLH show. We are continuing on the Come Up series here. Listen, y'all, if you have not grabbed my book just yet, you can go grab it right now. It's on Amazon. It's called The Come Up From How Do I to How Dare You. Yeah. You heard what I said. It's on Amazon right now for y'all to go pick up. It's also, I believe, on Barnes & Noble's website, or you can just go to my website, DerrionHenderson.com as well. Listen, y'all, I've been having a great time just hearing about people come up here in the Charlotte area and just how, I'm not the only one on this journey of just trying to figure it out. And even the come up, I wrote that book back in like 2019, and that was over my life in 2015, and how I'm still on the come up. Maybe I should do a part 2. I'm not doing that right now. What we're going to do is continue on with the series right now. I had to bring my girl back. Y'all hear her laughing already because I'm a mess, she a mess, we a mess. Nicole F. Smith is in the building with me to talk about her come up.
Yes,
what's up,
and thank you for having me. And I want to give you all your flowers.
Thank you.
Yes, because
Thank you.
I am just so impressed and in awe of you every day. And I'm not just saying that. I think we met, a year or so ago?
Yeah, it's a year ago now. Yeah,
and look at us.
I know, right?
Look at us. We coordinate and everything. Look at us.
Coordinate.
Look at us, yes. But no,
Yes.
thank you for having me.
Of course, absolutely. It's always good because, I feel as if, you have a very unique come up. We've already talked about like kind of your pivot, which is kind of been involved with like the come up. But I feel as if you're in a very unique spot now because, you're building a company as well as I am too.
Yes.
So, and that comes with so many unique skill sets. And it comes with you having like a little bit or a lot of finesse and trying to like get in the right rooms, get in the right places, and you're even trying more to now refine on that, right?
Yes. So, finesse, tenacity. My business, let's see, 6 years now, full time. I was doing gigs since 2006, right, when I was in the corporate space. And this is something that I learned. Okay, so when I started 6 years ago, it was, don't do the small items like the $39.97 items. So I run a leadership development and coaching practice. Don't have $89.95 an hour for coaching, which I never was going to do. But what the person was saying or what the people were saying back then was, you need to have high ticket. And I was like, oh, okay, get a niche. Okay, now 6 years later, I've realized that you can have multiple streams of income. We're very multifaceted. What I have decided to do in my business, number one, I tried to stay on the same path because when things don't go the way we want, what do we want to do? We want to just leave it and go to something else. Just abort. That's a good word. And so I said, no, I have something. My framework, EQ Impact, my expertise of emotional intelligence. I'm an emotional intelligence strategist. I have something. And I had to tell myself that every day. And okay, so now what do I need to do to build that? So people would say, I want to bring you into our organization. I want you to coach me. So honing in on my EQ Impact framework, putting it into my book, refining my first book and putting the EQ Impact framework into that. And also, too, I have to say, I'm part of the 10,000 small business Goldman Sachs cohort program.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's big.
It is big because thousands of people apply for it and they only chose 168, the national cohort.
Gotcha.
There's other little cohorts, but I'm on the national cohort. It makes you dive into your business. It forces you to dive into your business everywhere from your mission, your vision to your metrics, your numbers, and so forth. So I want to say that had to be a huge part of this come up for 2026 and Derrion also too into 2027. And
You're always looking all way ahead.
It makes you forecast. I had to forecast my business all the way through 2028.
Wow.
And when you look at the numbers, you cry. you cry. Because you had to
cry in a good way or you cry in a bad way?
Yes
there's
and
two
no.
different cries of
Oh my gosh,
entrepreneurship.
right? Yes and no, because when you had to forecast, you had to be really honest with your numbers. You had to understand the debt that your business may be in, how to get out of that debt, things that you had to say, no, not today. Yes, right now. And I also too have to say, I'm so proud of myself that I really dove into AI too. And how to use AI and technology to help the come up.
In a good way.
In a good way. It helped me AI helped me with my 2025 strategy from last year, and I stuck to that strategy. Of course, you have to feed it, right? You feed it, be honest with what you're feeding, and it helped me see what my strategy had to be, and my revenue increased by 30%.
Congratulations.
Last year, because 2024 was trash, I had to bounce back in 2025. 30% increase. I did a lot more marketing, public relations, upping my brand, come up in my brand, and literally walking around saying, "How dare I?" Yeah. How dare I? And the audacity. And that was my word for last year in 2025 was the audacity and how to keep moving on the come up. And yes, there lots of listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't be on your knees praying,
listen,
every day,
locked in,
you are not a true business owner.
with him.
Yes.
Every step of the way.
Every step of the way. And it did test my faith.
Yeah.
It
does.
My faith.
It does because, and it helps you kind of redefine your faith in a way too, which I don't think a lot of times we really talk about a lot, you know, because you're going to have to really look at it like what, for everything, every step, what is God trying to tell me, even in the failure?
Even in the failure, because there's a lesson in everything.
Yes.
So when things didn't work, what I was saying earlier, when things didn't work, I had to be consistent and say, how do I refine that? That is my word for 2026 is refine. I had to refine things. I have created a new arm of my business, which is going to take it, scale it to a whole nother level. This is not a hobby.
Yeah.
This is not a hobby. This is a business. And so I have to walk around with the confidence and the know-how of I'm running a business. I'm not doing a hobby.
Yeah.
Sticking to my prices. If you say I'm too expensive, well, then you're not my client.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy to work with you, but these are my prices.
And that's even an emotional layer to go through, honestly, because like even setting the price.
Do you know how hard that is?
Setting the price is hard. Because,
especially in what we do in service.
Yes. And with people you know, and it's like trying to like gauge it, and it's like, okay, like I want to give you fair market value, whatever the hell that is. So,
I don't even know what that is, especially in the service business. I had to adjust my prices because if I want to scale, if I want to meet that goal that I forecasted it for the next 2-3 years, I had to raise my prices. Inflation is hitting me too.
It is.
I had to do my value. You're not paying for me per hour. You're paying for the value that I bring. You're paying me to do what you don't know how to do real fast right now. I do. I got the education and certifications for you to hire me, and I give you that value in return. And that's what some people don't understand. I'm not a per hour type of coach, consultant, strategist. I do engagements. I do packages, but also to the new arm of my business where the come up. You want to hear the come up?
Come on.
The come up is I am taking 30 years of my learning and development, talent management experience, and I added the arm of fractional work. So now I'm going to be I'm doing fractional learning and development or fractional talent management partnerships, meaning I go into organizations, and if you don't have a learning and development team, or they're not at the level you want them to be at right now, that's where I come in. I can come in and help at different tiers, different levels to get your learning and development or your talent management team up to par where you need it to help create a leadership development program, curriculums, whatever you need to up your talent. Because talent right now is a hot commodity in these organizations, but what are you doing to develop them? Do you know the come up in regards to adding that to my business? It's going to be extraordinary, and I'm so excited, and it's just going to take my business to another level. I'm going to have to hire people, which is going to be scary.
Okay.
Because you don't have to be just like me, but you know.
Where do I put my app in?
At the Nicole F. No. But that's my come up. And then we can talk about mindset if you want to.
Absolutely. Because that's, and it's great that even while you're refining, right? You're still building. Two things can be done at one time. You can walk and chew gum at the same time, which is very. Why you look like that?
For some people, I don't know.
I mean,
But yeah,
Listen.
you can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what, it goes back to even, the first episode that we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
right? With me is trying to make sure that I am walking and chewing gum, and making sure that I'm giving myself enough to every project that I'm
Right.
working on without overwhelming myself.
Overwhelming yourself.
Or without dropping the ball on one side to have the ball up over here. Then it's like, okay, this is great. What happened to you? So
Yeah.
it's like trying to figure
how
that
many
out.
balls can you juggle
Yeah.
and understanding that the balls are glass?
Yeah.
So how many balls can you juggle without
And
dropping
they're
them, and they
fragile
will
as
will
hell.
crash
Yeah.
on you? And that mindset that I had to do. So people are like, "Well, what do you mean by mindset?" I went into business saying, I'm not really a good business person. We have people that are talented in their craft,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to run a business. And I walked in psyching myself out before I even went in of, I don't know how to run a business. And my husband kept saying, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And so I had to convince myself and talk nice to myself that I know how to run a business. The fact that I was able to forecast for the next 3 years, gosh damn, I can run a business.
Yeah.
So I can run a business. I can forecast, and I understand what all those numbers mean and what do I need, what position to hire for next, what position do I not need, and so forth, and understand that it doesn't have to be perfect. Go ahead and move forward because there are people already ahead of you. It doesn't have to be perfect, and that's where we get into this whole perfectionist. And
Yeah.
I'm not a perfectionist, but I did
am.
want to make sure I had something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are a perfectionist?
I am.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Can I tell you something?
What?
You're never going to get there.
I know.
You're never going to be perfect.
I strive for it, though.
Strive for excellence.
I do.
Strive for excellence.
But
Well, that's
also
different
strive
to
for
be
perfection as
two
well, as
different
much
things.
as I can.
It's two different things.
It is, but listen to me. I won't both.
You said, but listen to me. I'm listening. Go ahead. Tell
I
me.
won't both. I don't know. I know it can't be perfect, but I want it to be as much as the P imperfect as possible.
Well, just know that P and perfect have a little wavy line sometimes.
It's gonna be wavy,
Yeah. Strive for
But-
excellence. Excellence
okay.
allows you to have mistakes.
Mhm.
And just like we talked about in a previous episode,
Yeah.
you talking about give other people grace. Are you giving yourself grace?
Come on now.
okay.
This is the DerrionLH show. You can't come here reading
All
me.
right. Well, it's the Nicole F. Smith show right now. Yeah, no, I
Trying to
mean,
read me down. It's cool, but yeah, but no, you're absolutely right because that's the biggest thing that I do not give myself sometimes is grace. I get into my own head. I think too much. And that could be some of my own biggest downfalls. You talk about even expanding on yours, doing a bit of hiring.
Yeah.
I added on an intern.
Yes.
Shout out to Brandon,
Yes.
but I really needed that
Yeah.
because I love social media. I know how to do social media. I don't need to be
in the social media.
into social media when it comes to what I want this to be.
Yep.
And it goes into using the people around you and not using, because I hate using, utilizing.
I know what you mean, utilizing their
the
talent.
People,
Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah.
people around you and meeting people and realizing, hey, we could collab on this and I think this could actually work out.
Yeah.
And that's what I love and appreciated. Just about Brandon coming on and even myself and the growth that I have within the moment. To even allow myself to do that. So
And last year,
yes.
2025, was your come up.
Yeah.
And let me show you what I noticed last year with you. We're having a coaching session right now.
Yes,
What I
okay,
noticed. What I
clearly.
observed
Yes.
last year was you wanted, like your season one, I understood your concept and you want to go with it. And then you paused for a minute. And I've paused with my podcast too. Blow your mindset.
Yes.
I pause for a minute sometimes too, but I think you realize the pure clarity, the clarity that you wanted wasn't quite there. Me, I was like, this is fantastic. Because I was standing on the outside, but you on the inside, you knew what you wanted. And your come up for you last year was your clarity. In what you wanted it to be, what you want your brand to be. And now here you are sitting in 2026. And it's not saying it's crystal clear, but I think you have a little more clarity in how you want to show up.
So I could be bought on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, NicoleFSmith.com. Because clearly I'm a book, and she's just going to read me the whole time.
Yeah,
But
you know.
you hit the nail on
Yeah,
the head
I can
because
see it.
that was 2025 for me. Clarity.
Because you left a career.
Yes.
You left a career. You literally pivoted from a career of, hi, this is Derrion reporting for such a. You moved from that.
I love your news voice.
I know, right? You can hire me if you like. But you moved from that, and it was, well, I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this in the meantime, but we're going to do this. And and I saw it. I stepped back as a friend, and sometimes you just got to let you go through the walk.
Yeah.
And 2025 was probably an eye-opening year.
It was.
For you, yeah. And here you are.
And God had
here
his
you
whole
are.
hand on me, like, the whole time.
Yeah.
Where I was never worried about a roof over my head, which is great.
I mean, you moved from one city to another, and I mean, like, you got a dog, and look at you.
Shout out to Leo.
Yeah, you got a dog, and I mean,
so,
really, it's just I saw it in you.
Yeah.
And so
Thank
we
you
talk
so
about
much.
my come up.
Yeah.
Mine was clarity as well. Mine was staying consistent.
Yeah.
Not dropping it just because it didn't go that way that I wanted it to go. Like, listen, I have put out there that I'm going to do webinars. Hey, y'all, webinar, $59. You can get a free book.
Yeah.
One person signed up. One person signed up for this webinar that I had been marketing for 3 weeks. One person signed up because I'm selling transformation, and some people have a hard time with wanting to look in the mirror at themselves. And I'm in for the long game. I had a friend of mine, we had lunch, and she said, what I do and what she does is the long game, meaning we're talking about transformation to help you thrive, for me, at work, at home, in the community. And it is the long game. It's not a shot in the arm. It's not just reading one little self-help book and thinking you're good. I am here for the long game in regards to your transformation and understanding that when I win, you win. And here we are. But some people don't want to understand that. I'm not out here for greed. I'm not out here to say, oh, I'm going to make $1 million. But I mean, it would be nice. But I'm here to help people win and have healthy relationships at home and at work. And that's what I had to lock in on at the end of 2025 for 2026 and 27. I'm doing 2 years at one time to move forward and be successful for me.
Yeah. And for my reflection onto you, I feel as if, you stay consistent with your elevation, and you, no, seriously though, you stay very consistent with your elevation and knowing where you want to go to next. There's conversations, we've had personally where it's like, I want to get into this, and it's just like, okay, well. And
we still going to talk about some of that stuff. I still got some notes. I got some notes. Y'all, I got some notes. I'm always moving. Listen, I got some notes. Go ahead.
Always moving,
moving.
And I appreciate you for coming to me because I always try to be just an open book for people. I don't want to, I'm not a gatekeeper at all. Of course, we know people like that. You know what I mean? But I think, I know rather, especially when it comes to you, for yours, to like still be able to open yourself up to other people and the opportunities that they have, and not opportunities that maybe it's going to be for you any whatsoever. Me asking you to come and be on the show and like, oh my God,
I love this stuff.
Go from doop to doop, like, you know what I mean?
And it wasn't this stuff.
I mean, you do, but it's still having yourself open enough to do that while you have a book that you're refining, while you have a business you're defining, while you have so much going on, kids who are doing amazing as well. You got a lot going on, so I appreciate you. If I never told you before. Maybe just taking a moment just to stop and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it. The simple yes.
And when do we need to do it? We're in this together. We can come up together. Yeah. And I will celebrate you when you get your next award.
Yes.
And you'll be there for me, and I know that. And that's another thing, as in going into this next, half a century of my life, in that 50. You also, too, start to reflect on who truly is there to support you and your friends. And, and just Taraji P. Henson said when she turned 50, she had no more F's to give. Yeah, I understand what she's saying now. And so just honing in on who's there to support me. And I'm here to support you. I love what you're doing, and this is fun. Yeah. And, he has me recording like on Sundays and stuff, y'all. I mean, what are we doing on Sundays? We're in soft clothes, trying to, get ready for Monday.
You're going to get to work.
And here I am.
We have work to do.
And here I am.
Because we're being very affirming in 2026. Remember that?
Very affirming. consistent, the audacity.
The audacity.
I love how your book
Like,
says, from how do I, how dare you. And I
because
want
that's
people
the
to
reflection of it.
that's so good. I want people, when I do stuff, I want people to say, how dare you?
Yeah.
I want them to say, I like that.
Yeah.
Can I take this copy out here? No, I want people to say that.
Yeah.
So,
From how do I, looking at
Yeah.
myself, like, how do I do this? To how dare you even try to get into the way of stopping me from
The
doing this? So
audacity.
this was something. But what is like the biggest thing that you learned within your come up?
Oh, you're going to I almost, and I'm not a crier. I almost had a tear come out. 2024 was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough business-wise. It was election year. It was rough. Business-wise, all in all, small businesses. 2025 let me know I was built to do this. I was built to do this. And I can do this. And I can run a business. I do have something, my purpose, in regards to transformation and helping people through their transformation, seeing them light up when they have that first moment of, oh my gosh, I can do this. Yeah. Let me know that I can continue doing this. And I think my biggest lesson for me and my reminder to myself was, I was built to do this. I was built to do this work. Okay. And here I am. And it's that confidence, and the confidence wavers at times. Sometimes my confidence can be connected to my revenue.
Yeah. Amen.
That's a whole nother show.
Need my money.
I know, right? And so when the revenue may not look as strong, what do you think my confidence does? Yeah. So I had to disconnect that from that revenue and realize that my confidence was based on just my value and my worth, and that I was built to do this. Yeah. And here I am. And I'm doing it.
Thank you so much for being here with me, Nicole.
Yes.
I appreciate you always. How can folks get your book, by the way, and get in contact with you if you're looking or you're listening and they're like, hey, I want to figure out exactly how to get in contact with you?
Yes, absolutely. So you can go to my website, NicoleFSmith.com. And you can grab my book, 20 Golden Leadership Nuggets Refined by EQ Impact, as well as other resources I have on my website. I have freebies. I have a store out there. You can go get freebies and things to help you in the moment, in real time. That's the difference with my framework, no fluff, no theory. I have a podcast myself, Below Your Mindset. I speak, I coach, I do workshops, all the things. And like I said, I am here to help you learn how to just pause and respond and not react, because listen, there's a lot of things to react out there.
Always.
And there's some things that could have severe consequences for you. So call me. I'll help you learn how to pause.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, Nicole.
And congratulations to all the things you have
and
going
all
on.
God has ahead of me.
What?
Amen.
The cheers. Can we cheers? Can we cheers? Here, let's grab this.
Yes,
Can we grab this? Because I see it sitting here.
Yes.
So let's cheers.
Cheers.
Continuing 2026.
To more.
Yep. Sip, sip. And there we go.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us here on the DerrionLH Show. Make sure you continue to watch. We are having more of the Come Up series here on the show. We'll be right here next Sunday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and all the other good stuff too. Have a great day, y'all.